So today I tried out my hand. It had some BSF fishing, which is a Baitcaster Finesse Fishing. So what I used was the KastKing Zephyr, which is right here. I actually got this to help get my kids into baitcasters, thinking it might be a little easier for my son to reel in than our spinner, because currently I cast for him and then he reels it in. My daughter's already casting with a spinner, but we'll get her onto this. But I figured before I get them into it, I need to actually become proficient with a baitcaster, because I've been using spinners my whole life, and I've got a baitcaster, but I'm not the greatest at it. So I figured I'm going to practice with this a bit before I go out there with two of my kids and play with bird's nests all day. So yeah, this is the KastKing Zephyr. I'm going to order the Zephyr rod to pair with it, but right now I have I don't know if you can see that because of the glare, but it is a Uncle Buck's crappie rod, which is rated, where are you rated? I think 3-4 pounds, something like that. It's rated pretty low. Oh yeah, there we go. It is a 4 to 8 pound line with a 1/16 to 1/4 ounce lure weight limit. So right now I actually have the Zephyr here spooled up with, I think it's 6 pound test braid with a 2 pound test leader, which actually worked pretty well today. I did lose quite a few, which you'll see in a couple minutes. I lost a couple, I think I lost a 2, but I lost another squirrely tail with a little spinner on it. Just my mistakes for being a terrible baitcaster. But yeah, so the Zephyr is a 6+1 bearing. I believe it is, what was the gear ratio on this bad boy? It is a 7-to-2-to-1 with a 70 meter line cap for 1 pound. I probably have 300 feet, or not even 300 feet, what am I saying? Probably 150 feet on the spool right now, and it casts pretty well. It's got the magnetic brakes, like all the standard baitcasters. We got the drag, and I forget what this is called. It's I think the line tensioner, something like that. Like I said, I'm a noob when it comes to baitcasters, but this is a fun little one. I actually do have another baitcaster, a full-size bass setup. I'm not a big bass fisherman. I usually fish trout, but I figured with all this heat here in Idaho, the trout are not biting right now. So I figured give bass strikes. We got tons of just local ponds. So I figured why not? They're little ponds. Let's get a little baitcaster set up so my kids can also hopefully at some point get into some bass fishing, so we can fish a little more year round. But all in all, this is a great rod. Great reel. It casts pretty smooth. I mean, it doesn't have the best bearings from what I'm feeling, but then again, I'm kind of a garbage baitcaster, so I keep the spool tension a little probably tighter than I probably should, just because I'm a backlash king. So yeah, we're about to. Well, I've already actually gone out and thrown a few, but we'll cut over to me over at one of the local ponds after dropping my daughter off from school, and we will see how it does. Daughter off at school, and I'm going to go hit a little local pond that we see on the way to school every day and give the new KastKing Zephyr a try. This is kind of my first BFS fishing rod, so bear with me in the wind knots. Alright, out here with my KastKing Zephyr. We're going to give it a few throws. I should be set weedless, but I'm not. Casts pretty nice. you like what you see in here, if it's entertaining watching me fail on a pretty regular basis, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all the fun stuff. I'll keep trying to put out videos just because I like fishing. I like the outdoors. I also do some snowboarding, some mountain biking, some whitewater kayaking, all that stuff. But, you know, whether or not you watch them, I'm going to keep loading them. But hey, it helps if you like, comment, and subscribe so more people can share in the fun. There. Ooh, there's a bite. There we go. Woo! Little largie. Hey buddy, chill out. There we go, Bubba. So we switched up to a little chartreuse guy. Pretty largy right here. Let's let him go. There we go, Bubba. See if we can get one more on the way out here. The BSF Zephyr and the I forget which rod I have it hooked up. It's just a little like I think 4 to 6 pound crappie rod. It's a great little setup. I've never actually used BFS until now, which is what is it, Baitcaster Finesse System. But it's quite fun. It's fun to fight the little little bass I got today was maybe half pound, if that, but he was fun to fight. I did lose a few, let's see what I lose. I lost a little squirrely tail on a jig head, and then I also lost a tube, but both those were pretty much my fault. I had 2 pound test on there with 4 pound braid or 6 pound braid and 2 pound test. So whipping a little too hard and lost those bad boys. But other than that, it's a fun little rod, or fun little reel setup. I have the Zephyr rod on the way, so I can combo them together, and we'll see how that works out. I think the Zephyr rod will be a little faster action, a little lighter weight, so it'll cast those little guys a little easier. But yeah, other than that, it was a good time. I'll either have already shown you the Zephyr rod, or I'll show you when I get back.